Acceptance, the doorway to inner freedom. How can we find peace when life doesn't go the way we planned? We've all been there, caught in a storm of frustration, disappointment, or resistance when the when life refuses to go our way. Maybe it's, a relationship that didn't turn out how we hoped, a dream that slipped through our fingers, or a moment when reality felt too heavy to carry. Let's see about answering some other questions, like what does it truly mean to accept myself without judgment? And how do I let go of resistance to circumstances I can't control? And in what ways can acceptance open the door to personal and spiritual growth? Hi, friends. I'm Scott, and I welcome you to be one with me as we journey together to be the best that we can. I make content on expanded consciousness and spiritual solutions, mind, body, and spirit. Subscribe to this channel, all those good things. So we often cling to the idea that things should be different, that if only life aligned with our expectations, we'd finally find peace. But what if the key to freedom isn't in chasing the world around you, but in changing the way you meet it? What if acceptance isn't about giving up? It's about stepping into a deeper kind of power, one that allows you to breathe, to breathe again and see clarity, and finally move forward. Today, we're going to explore acceptance not as passive surrender, but as an active choice that can transform our life from the inside out. Basing our choices on inspiration rather than expectation changes everything. When we act from inspiration, we're no longer living for someone else's approval or chasing an external result. Instead, we're shaping our lives from a place of authenticity and curiosity. In the shift, success is no longer defined by the outcome, but by who we become in the process. Acceptance is woven into every step of that journey, and it's the art of receiving things for what they are without resistance, without trying to reshape reality into something more, into something more comfortable for us. The real test of acceptance isn't when life feels good and everything is aligned. It's when we're face to face with discomfort, disappointment, or loss. It's in those moments when change is either impossible or would demand a cost we're not willing to pay. That we're invited to lean into. You know, acceptance is not a surrender or defeat. It's a tuning into the present moment. It's saying, this is my reality right now, and I will meet it as it is. I mean, think about the last time you were frustrated by something you could not change. You know, maybe it was a delayed flight, a job you didn't get, or relationship that ended. You know, despite your efforts. How much energy did you spend wishing it were different? And what might have happened if you had instead accepted it, allowing yourself to redirect that energy toward what was possible in that moment? At the heart of all acceptance is self-acceptance. It's the ability to be content with who you are in this exact moment, even as you hold the vision for who you are becoming. Imagine living in a small, modest home while you dream of your ideal house. You can enjoy the cozy space, that you have now. The way the sunlight hits the kitchen in the morning, the quiet night, while still taking steps toward your bigger vision. Acceptance doesn't mean abandoning your goals. It means ceasing the internal war with yourself along the way. Change that grows out of self-acceptance is far more sustainable than change driven by self-rejection, because it's rooted in love rather than fear. This extends beyond our personal lives and into our relationships. Social acceptance, the experience of being seen, valued, and welcomed is a deep human need. Children and teenagers often shape their choices around peer approval, learning early how inclusion or exclusion affects their sense of self. Parents are tasked with practicing unconditional acceptance for their children, even when their choices differ from their own hopes, while still recognizing the influence of peers. The same holds true for adults. We adapt our behavior to fit into workspace cultures, friendship groups, and broader societal norms. Sometimes this adaptation is harmless. Other times it pulls us away from our authentic selves. It asks, have we ever caught ourselves agreeing with something just to avoid rocking the boat, or dressing a certain way because we know it would help us blend in? These moments often reveal our subtle compromises in exchange for acceptance. The strongest foundation we can ever build is one of genuine self-acceptance. When we know who we are and and live in alignment with that truth, we're no longer hostage to fleeting approval, the fleeting approval of others. We stop performing to earn a place at the table and instead bring our real selves to every interaction. And here's the beautiful paradox, when we show up authentically, we tend to attract the kind of acceptance, genuine appreciation, but even if we don't, we remain rooted in self-respect. Social acceptance still matters, but its value lies in mutual respect and shared humanity. At our core, we all carry the same desires: love, peace, joy, connection. When we extend acceptance to others, whether we agree with them, whether or not we agree with them, we create an environment where understanding can flourish. This doesn't mean approving of harmful behavior. It means recognizing the human beneath the surface. By, accepting people and situations for what they are without immediate judgment, we create a ripple effect that extends beyond the moment. Think about how differently conversations go when somebody feels truly heard and seen, even in disagreement. Acceptance is often misunderstood as resignation, but it's closer to realization. It's being able to say, this is what is, and I'm okay with it now. What's next? That mental shift has the power to change how we experience life. It allows us to separate what we can influence from what we can't. The more we practice this discernment, the clearer our mind becomes. We stop wasting energy on what is out of our control and instead pour it into intentional thoughts and meaningful action. Consider this. The only thing we ever truly control are our thoughts and our actions. We can't control the weather, the economy, or how other people behave, but we can control how we respond, what we choose to believe, and the actions we take. The power lies in choosing well, forming our thoughts with intention, acting with integrity, and finding peace in the results, whatever they may be. If you want to explore acceptance in your own life, try to think of a situation right now that you've been resisting. Ask yourself, what would happen if I stopped fighting this instead choose to accept it for what it is? Notice the space that opens in your mind when the struggle stops. You might find that from this space, creative solutions emerge, or that you can finally take a step forward without the weight of frustration pulling you back. Yeah. Acceptance doesn't mean life will suddenly become easy, but it does make the journey lighter. It invites us to meet life as is, honor ourselves as we are, and walk forward with clarity. Yeah. When we live this way, we discover that peace is not something we have to chase. It's something we create right here in the middle of the moment. And from that, almost anything becomes possible. Like and share this video, and let me know in the comments about how you see the lessons, inspirations, and spiritual guidance you found in this video, and how you practice acceptance in your life. Subscribe to this channel. Visit beonewithme.com. More is coming from the heart for the soul. Check out one of these videos. And remember, a smile can make someone's day. The right words may change their life. I love you, truly. Be you. Be one with me.